Hey y'all, welcome back to this secret cycle journey. Like, I'm really happy I did it this way, because like I promise this has took the weight off of this entire process. Because like my focus, and even when I talk about it at work, so like everybody at work knows about it, people in my life don't know about it. Okay. And so all I'm talking about is that I'm surprising JB and how excited I am. Well, a lot of people didn't know until the week of. They were like, "What do you mean he's not gonna be here?" And I was like, "You didn't know this is a secret?" And they're all like, "Wait, what? What do you mean?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? What I mean? I mean he doesn't know." And they're like, "No, no, no." And I'm like, "Yep." They're like, "He had to sign his consent." I was like, "Yeah." Him and I don't know what a transfer process is like. We know IVF is like I said, we've done that 3 times, but we don't know what a frozen embryo transfer cycle is like. And so that was easy. I just told him, hey, we have to sign these consents now, because they just like to make sure all the paperwork is out of the way so that when we start the process, that's not something that's holding us back. So we just have to sign this stuff now, and then we'll start whenever we're ready, at some point. Okay. Like he thinks, like, how did he sign consent? I just told him to do it now, and we weren't starting yet. He said, okay. It's easy. Um, and so, yeah. So, but yeah, so he's been the focus on the topic. And so this has been a funner process because of it. And yeah, and now it was easier in the beginning because my shots were at work. Did I have to do any at home in the evening? No. The only shot I had was in the morning, and then I took oral medication. So, like, it wasn't a problem. It wasn't even something that I even really had to hide, because even when I had to increase my estradiol to 3 times a day, I took it 1 pill at 6 a.m. And I would just come in the kitchen because I'm getting ready for work at that time. I take my other one at 2 p.m. I'm at work. And then my other one at 10. And I just roll over to my nightstand and act like I'm taking a sip of water, and I'm just popping a pill. But yeah, so it's kind of been a breeze. And the only thing I don't like, which I'll probably talk about, is the syringe for transfer. Once you get into, when did I start? Within the week of transfer, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days out from your transfer, you have to start taking what they call progesterone and oil, which we talked about. It's terrible, but the syringe. So like I went from my Lupron injection versus my progesterone and oil injection. Lupron was easy. This is one I used to take every morning while I was at work. Look at this baby needle. Tiny. Like, you probably could barely see it on the video. But this was my Lupron injection. And I only did 5 units for the most part. I did 10 units, which is that much, for like 4 or 5 days. But 5 units was all I did with this baby needle every morning. It was easy. Stick it in. Actually, I don't like this needle, because this needle, you have to apply some pressure. Like, I can't just go, I mean, I can, but then I gotta give it some pressure to push it in. I don't like that. I wanted it to just like go in smoothly, which is what like the Gonopin needle, which I can show later, or the Menopur needle, easy. But this one, you kind of got to give some pressure, but it's so baby, so whatever. But this progesterone and oil needle, like, look at the comparison. And actually, this is the needle you use to withdraw. This isn't the needle I put in my skin. But I mean, it ain't like it's far off from it. Look at it. Let's see. So if I take this one off, I withdraw with this one, and then I switch it and put this needle on. And this is the needle I put in my skin. But I mean, it ain't like they far from each other. Look at this. Look at it. They're the same in length, slightly different in width, but come on. It's it's the mental capacity that it takes to give yourself this shot. Because with the Lupron injection, I just would just do it. Like, I didn't think about it. Like, it's like, okay, it's time for this shot. Psh, psh, over with. This thing, I'm literally like, no. No. Like, I literally go to do it and talk myself out at least 5 to 8 times before I ever inject it. Because it's like the mental, like, telling yourself to do it. That's why it will clearly be a lot easier if I just would just told everybody so they can give me this injection. But that's not what's happening. So I'm doing it myself. It was great. I had my mom do it for me the other day, and that was phenomenal. Because I said, Mom, just do it. Okay, Mom, since I'm over here and I told you I'm doing a transfer cycle, I know you don't know what that means. That means we did IVF, where we took the eggs out and created embryos. Now I'm about to put it back in. Okay, so I gotta take these shots. And since I'm over here, you gonna give it to me. Mom, don't look like that. I believe in you. Okay, you ready? It's time. Should give it to you. I do it myself. Okay. No, because you're here with me. I haven't been around nobody that knows that can help me, and now you know, and so you can help me. Are you excited? Let me wash my hands. Yep, you gotta wash your hands. This is so exciting. Mom, don't give me dirty looks. Just trying to protect you.
Oh, you don't want to come over here?
I'm about to come over there.
Oh.
You better suit up, girl, and get ready. This is so exciting. Hold on a minute. All right. So I'm doing 2 milliliters out to the 2.
Me? This is a joke, right?
I could make this up.
Wow.
2.
I am flattered, but I will.
So you gonna keep the rest of it?
Yeah. I'll use it, tomorrow, the next day. All the days. Because I'll be doing this for a while.
How many days a week you have to do it?
Every day.
For how long?
Until I'm 12 weeks pregnant.
So I'm doing this to help sell movie tickets?
Okay. I'm going to put it in my armpit to get warm. They tell you to warm up. Okay. So it's an even number day. So we're doing this side. Okay. So my nurses had drew on me. So I can see. You see the heart? Yeah. So we're going in the heart.
Anywhere in the heart?
Anywhere in the heart. Okay. So you got to wipe it with this. So start like on the inside and then just go out wide.
So on the inside of the heart?
Yeah. And then just go circles and go wider, wider, wider. Perfect. All right. Throw it away. And then we're just letting it dry. Dry, dry, dry.
And what you do with it?
It's in my armpit still.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting warm. Okay. So then you're just going to poke it in. And then you're going to poke it in. And then you're going to pull the thing back just a little bit to make sure no blood comes back in. And then it ain't. And then you're going to just slowly push it in. In the past, my made to go real fast. But this is progesterone and oil. So it's like oil, like olive oil, like oil. And oil is thicker. So that's why it's going to be just take longer to go in. When normally other medicines go real fast. Okay? Are you ready? Are you excited to help me? Mm-hmm. You're the best. I can't believe you're not even like a little squirmish about this. All right, girl. Oop, there it is.
What? Why you just can't stick it in that? I just watch it.
What you mean? Because it's so hard to see. Okay. And when you stick it, hold it like this. So just go right in. Don't be scared. Don't try and do this. Right? Just go right in.
And then when I go right in, just push that thing back.
Then I'll tell you what to do. So just get it in first, and then we'll go with the next step. Okay? So use this hand to Like, just stretch my skin like that. Okay, so right in the middle of the heart. Try not to go. Well, it don't matter. Just go in the middle of the heart. And just go right in.
Just go right in.
Yep. You in?
Push it all the way in.
Yes, Mom. I told you don't go slow. Just push it.
It's in.
Perfect. Okay, now pull it a little bit.
Pull this thing out.
Yep, a little.
Towards me.
Yep. There. Good. No blood. So then push it all in now. Push it in.
Push it in.
Yep. Just take your time. Don't rush. I ain't got nowhere to be.
Brayden, I'm just shaking.
I know you are shaking. Don't worry.
Oh
It don't hurt me at
God.
all.
Okay.
Just push it.
Ignore her.
Ooh. You're doing so great.
No, man. Famous actress here either.
You're so stressed.
Okay.
Good.
Now take
Done.
it out.
Well, I forgot the
Take it out.
my gauze is over there. So yeah, here, take it out. Go ahead. Oh, perfect. Done. My that was it.
Why? I can pass out there.
What? Look, barely any blood. Oh my gosh. That was so good.
Oh. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord. You better praise him.
Thank you.
Yep. See, like, barely any blood. Oh, I had brought some gauze too. Oh, yeah.
There's some blood coming in.
That's what I was looking for. Oops, a little drop.
Oh.
Look, she
You
did
gonna
so
take-
good. No, it'll stop bleeding when I keep pressing. So now it'll be like, I just took the pressure off so we can look. But yeah, that's it. We're done.
Ooh, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Another day, another shot. So that was my first time having somebody else do it for me, and that was way easier because I talked myself out of doing it. And then like eventually I'm like, because I know that once I do it, it's over. Like, it's easy. Like, it doesn't hurt once I get in there. So you would think by now I would just inject myself because I know it doesn't hurt. But like, I can't get past that mental block that's telling me, don't do it. Why are you doing this? And so like 5 to 8 times legit every night. And then on some of the times I'm like, Brandy, you got to do this because he could just get out of bed. Because sometimes he's just in the bedroom watching basketball. Like, you need to go quick and get this over with. But I still can't convince myself to stab myself essentially. And so that's always fun. So the journey it's been fun. I'm sick. Did I say 6 days out? I'm 6 days out. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to get to the end of this so I can tell him either way. But clearly my plan is to be telling him I'm pregnant in a fun way. So I got to figure that out. How am I going to tell him? Am I just going to say, hey, I'm pregnant? No, that's stupid. Why would I do all this just to say it like that, right? Like, that's not worth the wait. I mean, maybe it is for him, but it's not for me, all of this. So I got to figure out how I'm going to tell him. Okay. I thought I heard something. See, my mind's playing tricks on me the closer I get to this. Okay, so one thing, or what I forgot to mention when I was recording earlier, is that my symptoms, like what I've been feeling. I had hot flashes last night. I don't typically have hot flashes, and so I was having like extreme hot flashes last night. And then today I have some cramps, slight cramps in the front and slight cramps in my back as well. So both, nothing that I feel alarmed about, but just something I'm noticing. And also just soreness, and it's only soreness like to the touch at my injection site. So I did this side last night, so this side's sore today. I'll do this side tonight. Tomorrow this side will be sore, and then the next day the opposite side feels fine. So it's not like I'm tender both places. It's literally where I gave my injection, that area is tender the next day. So I think those are all the symptoms I've been having, or I just haven't been noting them when they've been happening. I don't know, my whole life I've kind of ignored different symptoms and just accepted them as my normal, and so I'm trying to be conscious and aware of when I'm feeling a certain way, like acknowledging it and noting it, making a mental note of it. And so I'm trying to do better of that like now. So that's how I've been feeling post transfer. Other than that, I feel real regular, and I still feel regular because, you know, in my regular life I'll have cramps in my front and my back, you know, depending on what part of my cycle I'm in. And I've also had occasions of having random hot flashes. So like, none of this feels like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. Like, these feel like, oh, symptoms I've had in the past. So we'll see what happens. So that's what's happening. That's how I'm feeling. And yeah, that's it. The hardest part about this is when I do the progesterone and oral shot, because that has to be at night about 8 p.m. They let you choose between 8 and 10. And so I picked 8. And JB typically is home then. And so that's been the hardest part. Once I started that shot. Before that shot, breeze. But since that shot, it's been like, oh no. So, got to do that tonight. He'll probably be home. And that'll be fun. So, until then.